Okay, Rick Steele Customs here again, coming at you from my little workshop here. This is a side-by-side comparison of the original 15-inch wheel that I had on here and the 18-inch wheel I have on here. You can see the difference in height, which is not that great of a difference. Basically, it's 1 1/4 inches. So, if you divide that in half, I'm basically at about 5/8 of added clearance from the top of the tire to the fender. But the offset is also different on my tire here. How much, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to measure it, but it's more offset on this one than on the 15. And how to determine offset, that's done basically the same way. You take yourself a stick or something, a straight ruler or whatever it is, and you put it across the center of your wheel. Try not to get anything like this on the tire, so make sure it's the same circumference of the wheel, but this will just give you like a rough estimate. And then you measure from the center to the wheel hub where it bolts up, the bolting surface. And that'll tell you the offset. But these wheels are definitely further in than the 15-inch wheels. So that'll help eliminate any possibility, hopefully, of fender to tire contact. Also, the same problem I'm having with mounting the Kragers on the back of my Gold van. Discussed this a little bit with my last video. These brake drums. Couldn't show you this before, but you can see now there's quite a bit of difference here. And because of this difference caused by this lip, I can't simply bolt on the Kragers to these brake drums. If this lip was not here, it'd be no problem at all. I pulled this drum off my other G20, and there's very little clearance here. As compared to this, there's quite a bit. But on this wheel, I would be able to bolt the Kragers on, except for these wheel weights. These wheel weights protrude, increasing the spacing here. So I cannot use these brake drums. I was just going to swap them over with my other van. And that would have solved the problem. But that's just not going to work. And if I was to break these off to make it work, then the drum would be out of balance. The wheel would be hopping all over the place. So don't even consider doing that. Leave those intact. So now, let's take a look and see what the Torq-Thrust 2s look like on this 82 van. I know they're going to look a lot better than the Kragers, although the Kragers look great too. Okay guys, are you ready to see what Torq-Thrust 2 looks like on a full-size van? If you would, do me a favor. Of course, you know what I'm going to ask. Hit the thumbs up button. Now remember to subscribe and click the bell icon. It really helps my channel grow, and I'd like to bring you a whole bunch more videos. And I'll do that as soon as I get more followers. Anyway, let's take a look. Without further ado, I will show you what Torq-Thrust 2s look like on full-size G-Van. Now, they don't look as good as on the white van, but that's because of the front. The white van, like I said before, has a 2.5-inch drop. These would look great on here if it had a 2.5-inch drop up front. And there is absolutely zero issues with wheel clearance. And I've only stuck 2 lugs because these are coming right back off. I just wanted to show you guys what the Torq-Thrust 2s would look like on the full-size van. And you can see it's mated fully up against the brake rotor. And there is no rubbing issues whatsoever. If you look at the back, where I'm having the difficulty with the Kragers hitting this ridge, you can see I can get my finger in here. No issue whatsoever. And again, guys, I've only got 2 lugs. This is temporary. These are coming right back off. So, again, guys, if you're going to do the drop up front, definitely go with 18-inch wheels. Forget the 15s. But you could even go 20s up front. You can go 20s all the way around if you wanted. Remember, that's a 20 by 10. This is an 8 by 8. And another thing you can notice is this front tire is just slightly in from the fender well. The spindles I use, the 2.5-inch drop spindles, are actually 3/4 of an inch offset further in. So you can bear that in mind as well. But the further down you go, you want that extra offset to avoid hitting the inside of this fender well, because otherwise you're just going to chew up your tires. Yeah, 3/4 of an offset is great, and that's why they actually incorporate that into their casting of these offset spindles. I don't know, guys, you tell me what you think. I'd really appreciate any feedback. These are the Kragers. I've already got the Kragers. I could sell them and then take that money and buy another set of these. Of course, I would have to do the drop in the front, or like I said, go with 20s up front. So come on, guys, help me out, man. Leave a comment. I value your opinion. Yeah, 20s I think would be the way to go on this. But like I said, if you drop it, 18s are the way to go. 18s up front, 20s out back. And if you guys don't know about this van, I actually paid $900 for it. I bought it almost a year ago. Or actually right around a year ago. This van was actually sitting for a great many years. Actually, I believe it was 1997 was the last time this van was actually registered and on the road. The previous owner, well, actually the owner before the owner I got it from, he didn't do nothing with it. He actually bought it from some guy. I don't know if, oh yeah, and I think that guy bought it from an auction. It's still got the markings on the window, front windshield there. But anyway, the guy I got it from, he bought it. He couldn't get it started. He didn't know nothing about about auto mechanics. But on this particular van, the only problem with this van, why it wouldn't start, was two reasons. Reason number one was the neutral safety switch, which is what this wire here is, this loop. Reason number two is the distributor coil wire was actually unplugged and it was tucked up underneath the floorboard. Yeah, but that's all it was. I plugged in the coil, I disconnected the neutral safety switch, and I ran a loop wire, turned the key, put a little gas in, I got it to fire right up. And the engine, I believe it was from the guy who either got it hauled off by the city and then auctioned off. I believe he's probably the one that did it, but this engine is actually a brand new 350. And I mean brand new. I don't think they ever got it started. And I think that when the city got a hold of it after towing it away, they auctioned it off that way. And then the guy that I bought it from, the guy that he bought it from, he couldn't get it started. So the guy I bought it from, he couldn't get it started. And how I got so many of these things, I run ads on Craigslist for whatever I want. I'll run, like for instance, in this case, I ran an ad on Craigslist. I showed a bunch of pictures of used G vans, and I said van wanted, and I put from 1971 or 72, I believe is the first year. So 72 up to 1996, because 96 was actually the last year for this body style. So anyway, I put a bunch of pictures of these vans on Craigslist, van wanted, and this guy calls me, tells me he's got this van, and he actually lived only about 6 miles from me. So I hopped in my car, drove out there, checked it out. Of course, instant I saw it, I wanted it. And asked him how much, and he told me $900. So I pulled it out and gave it to him. I actually tried to talk him down, but he wouldn't budge from the price. And when I gave him the 900, he was actually saying, "Oh man, I was hoping you weren't going to pull the money out and give it to me." Said his brother actually wanted it, and I believed him. His brother actually showed up. He didn't look too happy, but I'd already given him the money, and he'd already given me the title, and I was already waiting for the tow truck to come and tow it on home for me. When I was a kid, 13, my dad bought one of these. It was a 1972 Chevy Van 20 full size. We converted it together and used it to go camping. It actually had a really cool custom paint job on it. And had a lot of good times, got a lot of good memories in that. We'd go camping, spend the night in it, be snowing outside. We had it fully insulated, so we were never cold. Yeah, good times. Yeah, I'll bet the story is similar to most of you guys that are actually watching this video. Your dad had one of these when you were a kid too, huh? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your story. Anyway, guys, this is going to be a short video today. I got to pull the full-size, full-length coil springs out of my white G10, and I'm going to drop it down with the 1-inch drop springs I got from Brothers Trucks. And I'm going to hope that I get it to where I want it as far as ride height is concerned. But anyway, please do me that favor, hit that thumbs up button. It's as easy as, it's almost as satisfying as clicking on the skip commercial button, and it really does me a favor. Much appreciated, guys. You have a great, whatever it is, morning, evening, noon, or night. Thanks again.